Can you see this? Can you see this work of art? This beautiful image, like a painting on a canvas. This is a superhero movie. A superhero movie. Take that in for a second. This isn't just a vision of some studio pushing for sales and money at the box office. This is the vision of one man. A work of love. By one director. Zack Snyder. Remember when the DCU was just shoehorned team-up movies, made with no backstory, no character, and just a bunch of different superheroes crammed into a movie to attempt to replicate the worldwide success of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Movies with no heart, no care, and no time to develop the story around. These frustrating and agonizing times are now over. Warner Brothers one day finally sat down in their boardroom and realized that they tackled this all wrong after their failure after failure, and they came up with a shocking new strategy, and that strategy is simply letting filmmakers just, well, be filmmakers. They let filmmakers create their character-driven, emotional, and developed stories, and we received hit after hit from the DCU. Even if you don't like these movies, you can't deny that they are now actually interesting and thoughtful movies which take the time to develop their characters. We got Shazam, a film that takes its time to deliver some beautiful characters and an amazing story where we actually learn real morals. In all of its stylistic, amazing fun, glory, it still manages to be this amazing film. And Wonder Woman, a film that brought to the table all these insane ideas and became the highest rated and critically acclaimed DCEU movie of all time. And finally, after years of petitioning, Warner Brothers decided to let the most hated but now the most loved filmmaker in DC, Zack Snyder, create his vision of the butchered film that was presented previously by WB. And is it any good? Well, here's why I believe that Zack Snyder's Justice League is the perfect finale to the multi-film mythological trilogy that we've all been waiting for. You know, when this movie was first announced, or when I saw all the endless release the Snyder Cut tweets consuming film Twitter, I mean, I wasn't too concerned. I wasn't even sure I was gonna watch this movie, nor did I even expect to love it. I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, yeah, cool, nice, new DC movie. I wasn't even that much of a Snyder or even a DC fan. Like, I liked the characters, I thought the movies were cool. I'd seen Gotham, Flash, well, that's a whole nother video, and thought they were nice for the most part. But this film made me a DC fanboy. Now, I just want to indulge myself in everything Cyborg, Flash, Batman, and every other developed hero that was beautifully and amazingly showcased and developed in this novel of a movie. Like, this movie didn't even feel like a movie. It was a grandiose, epic novel with all these mythical creatures fighting out against an armada of otherworldly beings, but in the end, what it felt like was just a human tale about a team of lost individuals finding their home, finding their place in the world, and ultimately finding their family.
Barry, are you okay? Barry.
I got the wind knocked out of me. Need a few seconds, that's all.
Barry is severely wounded, his speed healing refusing to cooperate, time is running out, his team around him dying, and by this point they aren't just his team, they're his family, they're his home, and this is what makes the Snyder Cut so powerful and so masterful for me, the Justice League themselves. The core of this movie is the actual Justice League, and that's really something when you think about the original version that released in 2017. The team wasn't really a family, they were just a bunch of random people that fought a bad guy, but in this, we see each character's motivation, their issues, their discourse, how they interact and feel, and their personal problems. We even see what they do normally in life, something that we didn't never care to show. They feel like real, tangible people. We see Barry does yoga to calm himself down. That is such a small but great addition. We really connect with these characters over the mountainous 4 hours we are presented with, and can finally see why the Justice League care for each other and why they're even there in the first place. Every character has lost something deep-rooted in the theme of family, which is an amazing theme for a team-based movie. Bruce has lost Superman, his beacon of hope, and throughout the film we see Bruce actually feeling bad for what he did in the previous movie. All the murders and the torment he caused to Clark, and he fights to bring him back.
Your guilt's overcome your reason. If you can't bring down the charging bull, then don't wave the red cape at it.
You do when it's this red cape. This red cape charges back.
In the previous movie, Bruce didn't really care for others and believed there was no hope, but in this film he has his team that he assembled and now believes in that very philosophy of faith and hope.
He'll be here, Alfred, I know it.
What makes you so sure?
Faith, Alfred. Faith.
Diana's family is tormented and many murdered by Steppenwolf, and she still mourns the death of Steve. She also has lost people, and it's showcased through many scenes. In Whedon's cut, Aquaman was literally just rude for no reason, and it was never explained, it was never resolved.
So you can't find them? Or maybe you don't want to.
Arthur.
Yeah, that was a great way to get rid of Superman.
Man, I'm not doing this on purpose.
Right, because you can't control the machine.
So is this a bad time to bring up my blood sugar?
But in Snyder's vision, we actually learn that he does care.
How's Victor doing?
You know, want to be by himself.
We're asking a kid who just lost his father to go up against the most powerful machines in the universe. It's not fair.
I thought you didn't care.
I never said that.
Cyborg loses his mother, his father, and at first he's angry at him, but doesn't choose to let out the rage, as that isn't the person he is, he's just heartbroken. Throughout the course of the film, we see Cyborg get even more broken. He is too afraid people will see him as a monster, so covers his body armor with a hoodie. He shackles himself in a room and stares out at the outside world longingly. He says he has nothing to live for, so decides to sacrifice himself, as there's no point in living anyway, as he's lost his father, his mother, and everyone he loved. But as he does this, as he lets his life go, he realizes that he does have something to live for. He doesn't need some magical box to give his family back. He has a family, a team. He isn't a monster. He's a hero, and he's saving the world. He's not broken, and he's not alone.
We've been waiting for you, Victor. My broken boy.
I'm not broken.
Cyborg's character is so fundamentally well developed, and he's very much just the heart of the Justice League. Zack uses a simple hoodie just to show his development throughout the film. He uses the hoodie to cover himself so no one can see the monster he is, but when he finally accepts who he is, he leaves that hoodie behind and embraces the new person he is, and his new family. Every character's powers are also utilized so well in this story as well. No character is useless. They're all needed for certain parts, and each character's backstory and motivations all blend into each other, and that just really makes them a team. However, Barry is inexperienced throughout the film. He's constantly causing problems and fights, almost losing innocent lives, and his team infuriated at him. He's about to do it for the final time as everyone screams at Barry to help them. He's about to let them down once again, and he's injured. Not only has he lost his mother, his father is in prison for a crime that he didn't even commit. He's constantly searching for ways to break him out, but his father tells him to stop trying and to be his own man.
Absolute best of the best.
And as his friends are all perishing around him, his new family, as every person in it has lost someone in their family, forming this new one of misfits, of broken individuals, Barry is now losing all of them at once.
It's too late.
Every person is dying and every action is set into motion. It all goes away. The explosion occurs, every single person and living thing is dead. And then...
Just gotta go faster than the speed of light, far beyond the speed of light. You gotta break the rule, Barry, and you gotta do it now. Dad, whatever happens, I want you to know your kid was one of them, Dad. One of the
Best of the best.
This film felt like I was on a trip with these characters. They all found their place, they found their home, their family. No force can stop this team united. And that's what makes Zack Snyder's Justice League the perfect finale.